Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my second or maybe third, or I don't know how many ORAS Wi-Fi battles I've had, but I do know that I've started them off with my mono fighting team, and they are fantastic. This team is lethal. I'm telling you, it's lethal, and I'm battling the Insane Gamers today. So he was in England, and I'm like, how are you spending your time in England? And he's like, okay, it's fun. And he says, I have an evil team. And I said, I have an even eviler team. So he's like, okay, let's see who is the evilest one of them all. So I'm like, I'm going to throw this thing at him. And when I saw Typhlosion, I'm like, why? Typhlosion, no. And then comes Galvantula, so I wipe the tears off my face. And I'm like, I'm not going to be a little bitch. I'm going to try and do my best. Hell, I even beat Squid Prince with this team. Why shouldn't I try it against the Insane Gamers? I mean, like, let's do this. And as soon as I got the courage to actually think this to myself while he was selecting a Pokemon, he sends in Fortress. I'm like, okay, so let's go back to crying again. I think it's, the most, a more viable option here. So I just slap a big chunk of Bug and Steel, and it just didn't feel anything. All I just did was push it back. And I had to switch out my Lopunny here because I used to have Fire Punch, and I gave it Thunder Punch because I'm an idiot, but I do have Fire Punch in this thing, so that's good. And he goes for the Gyro Ball. He could have gone for an Entry Hazard setup, but given that I have a mono fighting team, it was best that he didn't do so because Stealth Rock is not going to be doing a whole lot. So I'm going to go for the Fire Punch, and he was so lucky that Fake Out did just enough damage for him to recover back to full health so he could activate Sturdy in 2 turns. Now, if I had landed a critical hit or something, or did just a little enough more, just enough damage more to not bring it back to this range of health, I could have killed it in one shot, but no. No, just no. And in comes a Scuttlebug, and I'm like, no. He set up the sticky thing, and I hate sticky things on my feet because, have you ever stepped on a tile floor when you've spilled Coca-Cola or something with sugar in it? That's how it feels, and that's how it creeps me out. And he goes for the Signal Beam, and he's almost going to kill my big fat insulin bastard that did a fantastic job. He's huge. Look at you. You're big and hulky. Insulin, you did a fantastic job nonetheless. Now you can just die because I gave you a life orb. So in comes the turn of the battle where Luke practically hates me forever. Now, he told me that Mega Glalie with Glaciate and Double Edge just kills everything. Note, this Conkeldurr does not have any defensive investment whatsoever. It does have HP, but it is mostly an Assault Vest Pokemon trying to take special hits kind of a thing. And he lives with 55 HP, and he's like, what? Luke was actually, I'm telling you, this guy must have cursed me. He hates me. He hates my guts. He said that I shouldn't have survived. He said I did the Conkeldurr shouldn't have survived. He says, what are you doing here? And I said, dude, I use steroids on my Pokemon. I'm not using protein to max my attack. I don't use super training. All I just do is take some injectables and just stuff them with them. And I stuff them with orals, and they eat chicken, and that's how they get so big and bulky and powerful. Now, the biggest weakness of a bodybuilder, if you just send in a parrot with a hat, like Hunchcrow, that gets a Moxie boost, which is going to scare the shit out of me. It kills my Oxybalone. It just kills it. So, at this part of the battle, I'm kind of shitting my pants because I have a choice scarf, but it doesn't really matter because the sticky web's up, and I'm like, yes, I go first. Not that this thing could have gone first, but I'm pretty sure that it has superpower or something, and that is one of the reasons he might have stayed in. Now, in comes this blast thing. I'm like, Typhlosion, no. Have mercy. So he just uses the eruption, he destroys my dreams, hopes, and he makes my fears realized, and that is what he does. I mean, that's what the Insane Gamer does. He steals you, he robs you of your ambition. So I'm like, Anavar is going to slap you out of from here to I don't know where. Now, he's going to switch out his blast thing because he wants his eruption to be as powerful as it can. So I'm like, this thing must definitely be a choice scarfer thing. So that is why I went for Dizzy Punch. Anything that comes in here is going to be slapped with a punch and get, punched by rubber duckies as well, because that is what Dizzy Punch does. So in comes Hyacinth, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna wreck this thing with Dizzy Punch, and I'm hoping to get, confusion hacks, but no, I don't get confusion hacks. Why would I get confusion hacks? Because it's me. And he goes for the Moonblast, and it just is not enough to kill Mega Lopunny. This thing is, I love it. It's fantastic. I love you, Mega Lopunny. This is what happens when you give Anavar to women, ladies and gentlemen. They can take all the hits in the world, and that is when a woman turns fabulous, when she's 40. Now, I'm going to throw in my Diana Ball, which just came here to die because, of course, he's going to switch out into Typhlosion, and of course, I do not have not a single, special defensive investment because this is a physical wall, and I go for the spiky shield. And I'm like, talk to the shield, bitch. And he goes for the eruption, and I'm like, yes, I made him waste 1 PP of eruption, and he's going to destroy me after that. I mean, this Typhlosion has torn through my team, and the salt in the wound is the fact that he used eruption on Pokemon that it was super effective on, like Lucario and my Chestnut. It hasn't done a whole lot of, walding, but I'm hoping that it can do stuff. Now, this is the part of the battle where I got some information that made me hate Luke as well. He said, I don't pack Choice Scarf, I pack a Power Herb just in case I need to use Solar Beam. I'm like, what? So anyway, in comes this Hyacinth thing. I'm like, I'm gonna kill this thing with Dizzy Punch, and he decides to pull the double switch. I'm like, if I had managed to predict something like this, I would have not gone for the Dizzy Punch. I would have definitely gone straight for the Drain Punch just to, neutralize this thing. So I do a decent amount of damage. I don't do too much damage. He's going to go for the Flamethrower and completely annihilate me because there is nothing I can do with Mega Lopunny. But ladies and gentlemen, I do have my trump card. This Pokemon is so buffed up with steroids that it's not due to evolution that it got 2 extra arms. It's due to steroids, man. Look at that back. He has 4 backs. He has 2 shoulders. He has 2 backs. And look at my Machamp. He just flexes his chest in front of this Typhlosion and destroys him. And that is where I'm like, yeah, I'm turning this thing around. That Flamethrower did nothing, and it's like, nice Assault Vest. I'm like, the Assault Vest was on my Conkeldurr. I have a muscle band on this thing, and it's like, okay, you trumped me here, and I kill this Hyacinth with a priority and super effective move. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I won the game against the Insane Gamers. This team is impressing me very much because for a fighting team, it's actually done pretty well. I'm impressed. Now, on the next battle, on possibly the next video, I'm going to be having a discussion about Greninja's banishment to Ubers. I really want to know what you guys have to think about this. Now, since I haven't posted it yet, post your thoughts on this battle, and I will get to the discussion based on your comments. And we will discuss this in the next video. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.